Hello everybody, this is Matador from freetradingvideos.com. It is still July 13th. Nice Monday we've got going here. Broad markets had gapped up this morning like we had seen, and they did a complete gap fill plus a retracement all the way back to almost the lows that we saw later on the other part of this inverted head and shoulders, which I'll point out in a moment. So off of that, huge retracement. 100% retracement of that sell-off all the way back up to even better than 100%. So X% bullish, beautiful run up into some lines that we had put in before, the 88.80 mark. Very, very powerful. You can see that was support again and again through here. So let me actually draw this out for you if you haven't seen it. So here's the 88.80 mark right through here. Support, support, broken, resistance, 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 resistance today even, briefly, and that's what this mark is here. There's some great opportunities in the market intraday right through here. This was a little bit tougher to see, but it was consolidating beautifully at the day's high. So beautiful run up to the next logical place of resistance. Intraday, that would have been the round number of 89, just went blasting right through it. Next one, a little more subtle, 89.17. Would have had to have been visualized from back in here. So this previous swing high, and it did stall there just briefly. I watched it happen just a few minutes. Took off again to the next logical spot, which is 89.50, which coincides very, very nicely with this declining 200 MA on a 15-minute chart, plus a little bit. And we're coming back just a little bit off the 89.50 mark. Next stop on the way up, if we can consolidate and chew our way out of this even, is the $90 mark in the swing high. If I zoom out here, you can see that. Great gap fill, and it's got a great breakdown at $90 even. So be very, very careful with how you trade around the 90 mark as resistance. Also, if you'll note, this is a huge run up all at once. Typically, and I'm just saying typically, markets need a time to rest before they can continue on higher. And we are seeing a bit of a consolidation again, just like we saw before. Keep an eye out for that relative strength to hold up, and then mark that compared to other stocks. The trends are acting nicely as well, hovering around 0.7. Trend Q was much lower, around the 0.39, 0.4 area, rising just a little bit now. Watch that carefully. VIX is acting very well. Big sell-off, corroborating that move with just a little bit of a run-up now on the sell-off we're seeing. And the tick was way overextended at one point. I watched that in the 1200 range. Again, very dangerous to go long, multi-bars up into a 1200 tick count, even though the trends were strong. So very, very short-term kind of actions. And it looks like this run-up is being brought to you by the financials, being held up very nicely. So pretty good to see that ahead of earnings. So a big earnings season, like we mentioned this morning, can help fuel some of these moves on gaps. Very good. So that's what I see as support and resistance on the way up. It's great working with everybody in here. Again, keep those questions and comments coming. Look forward to D7's video this evening. And good stuff. Talk to you soon.